everybody. My name is Qadirah, and I'm from Brooklyn. And I'm here today with my lovely co-host.
And you guys should know me. I was on the last show. My name is Kenya, and I'm so happy to be back. It was so fun filming last time, and I'm actually happy to get to film with you this time.
Yay, yes, right. You was the best. I heard you guys talking about Harlem, Bronx, Brooklyn, but there was I'm sorry, Harlem, Bronx, and you're from
Harlem.
But there was no Brooklyn in the room, so Brooklyn is in the room today.
Oh, so you're a Brooklyn girl?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you better represent that, bro. No, yeah. I think it was Howard talking about he was from the Bronx and Harlem. I'm like, no, you can't double. You can't claim two boroughs.
Yeah, you gotta pick a side. I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta pick a side.
You have to pick that side. But today is going to be definitely one of. I am really looking forward to this interview because I had the pleasure of actually being a witness to this one-man play. And it was, I would say, comical. The music was amazing. I definitely was in my feelings. And it just was, it was like you really went on a journey. Yeah. And it was an unpredictable journey.
Right.
I did not know the turns we were going to take, but I'm happy I was on that ride.
Yeah, and I really, really love the artistry, the creativity, the songs, the acts. Like, I just feel like the roller coaster that I went on was just like, I was at the edge of my seat. Like, what's next? Like, what is he going to do next? And then the music just hit every time. Like, it brought the whole point home.
Yeah.
So I love that part of the play.
Yeah, I definitely love the music. I would say my favorite song was the LGBT song because I swear to God, I could see that song on RuPaul's Drag Race. Like just something that they could walk to, walking down and then that joke about the cats.
I had a cat growing up, so like I understood that part because everybody was like, "You got a cat?" And when they came into my house, you got a cat? Yeah, I have a cat. Because they couldn't really tell because like my family got him neutered. Yeah. So you know how sometimes you go into somebody's house and you could smell a cat? Yeah. You couldn't really do that with my house. So they would see the cat and they'd be like, "You got a cat?" And they'd start acting weird.
Like when he described the cat as like, oh, it's like cats come up to you and it's like unprompted sexual assault. I never thought about it like that. But once it was said, I was like, huh.
Yeah, they start rubbing on you.
Did you ask permission? It's funny.
Yeah.
But it did also, as much as there was highs in the feelings that we had, which was moments of joy and laughter, there were moments where it was like, you kind of was like, wow.
Yeah, I feel like my favorite part was the sex act. Because I was laughing and I was relating to it so much. But then it's like my emotions just went on just turned when he went into like the dark part of the act where he says, he talks about sex and then he talks about like his first time being with a woman that was twice his age, right? I think that's what he said. So it was like that up and down. I was like, wow, this is such a great play. Like it's just. I can't even describe it. Like, I texted my family immediately, like, we have to see this play together. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's like the intertwining of, it's kind of like life, right? There's a balance of, well, hopefully, like your scales, the positives and the negatives, and they're constantly tipping. And through it, it's like interwoven trauma, but at the same time, there's some laughter to it.
Yeah, and I feel like you got to be at a certain level in life to be able to look back and make fun of those things that happen to you. And also, like, you gotta be at, like, I don't know how to explain it, but you gotta be at a certain point where you're just like, you've made it to where you can make fun of the trauma that you've been through, but also make it art. Like, I think being able to do that, I don't know, that's therapy in a sense.
It is definitely therapeutic. It is. And it's like, it's a good solution to like traumas sometimes when you're able to take the BS cocktail and make it a good smoothie, right, or something like that. A lot of people don't really have those tools.
Yeah, it's like how people say Black people, we took lemons and we made lemonade.
Yes, definitely lemons into lemonade. That is something that we always constantly do. And what would be your overall thoughts so far? Because we're obviously gonna have him, and I don't want to spoil too much, but I just want to know your overall thoughts.
I feel like if I had to describe the play in 1 to 2 words, I don't know. I think it was genius. Like, I've never seen a play where like it's just it's art with combined with music. Like it wasn't corny. Like, you know how some plays it'd be little parts that this is corny. It was no part of it that was corny. Like, it was entirely enjoyable all the way through. So I feel like it was just fantastic. Like, literally, like, left with no words. Like, when I like, not even joking. Like, I was just like, wow.
And to your point, when you do a one-man play, that is a risk,
right? That's
like,
what I'm saying.
It could. I have been to some. I've been to some like that, and there is, because you gotta hold that ball the entire time. That's you don't have nobody to volley off of.
Right. So I feel like I start yawning. I was just like, wait, hold up. What
or it's like, you know how you go to like your friend's one man play, you're just like support.
Yeah, support.
You're like, just to support.
I'm not gonna lie, when he originally invited us, I'm like, yeah, we just here to support, you know. And then I was like, no,
this was actually good. It's great. Like, that's really what it could be with, like, I love that's a real risk. Yeah. That is a real risk. So when it is successful and it's something that you just did by yourself and you were the only one on that stage, it has to feel like a great, I want to know how he feels.
Right, yeah. That takes, all I can say, like, as an actress, that takes a lot of work. And so that's why I say it was just genius, very artistic, very creative, just top tier.
Because you're just monologuing the entire time.
Yeah, and then to remember the songs, remember the points, to bring it home, like,
that's a lot of pressure. I don't know, like, that's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. So I guess, only thing we could do is get him out here so that we could easily ask him all of these questions.
We got to get him out here so we can understand more about this one-man play.
Yeah, so we will be introducing the man behind the play, JeffBrwn.
Hey.
You was able to hear us gushing about you?
Oh, man. It was beautiful. Thank you so much.
Beautiful?
Yeah. It's good to hear people, digest the play.
Yeah.
Okay.
And to hear different opinions, because you never know how people will perceive your art. So
right.
I was dope to hear. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you can introduce yourself for those who don't know you.
For those who don't know me, my name is JeffBrwn. I am a playwright from Brooklyn. Got double Brooklyn in the building right now.
You
We out here. So Tompkins projects.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
When you mentioned that in the play, I was like, whoo. I've heard of those projects. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tompkins used to be one of the worst projects in the world.
It was like them and Marcy, right?
Yeah, Marcy. Marcy definitely wild too.
Yeah.
And they right next to each other, right across the street from each other.
Oh, that's Bed-Stuy. Okay, I don't know.
Bed-Stuy do or die.
Okay. I'm over here thinking East New York. That's Bed-Stuy.
East New York is wild too.
Yeah.
Brooklyn is Brooklyn.
Listen, it was a saying, like, I think at one point it was saying, like, Harlem makes it, Brooklyn takes it.
Oh yeah.
There was a point where going to cabs wouldn't even go to Brooklyn.
I'm saying.
They'd be like, we don't do Brooklyn.
Yeah, I remember jumping out of a cab, not paying.
Oh,
that's messed up.
That's why they didn't want to go to Brooklyn.
Crazy stuff we do when we were younger.
Yeah, crazy stuff. So I feel like, okay, we got to know you as an artist,
right,
and an actor, a playwright, all of that. I want to get to know you personally. So what were some of, like, your favorite things to do as a child before you got into all of these arts, I guess the world of the arts?
I think I like to party.
Okay.
Wait, as a child, okay.
So let's, like, adolescent and then teenager. Yeah.
Adolescent, as a kid, what did I like to do? I don't know. My mother just had me cleaning my room all the time. Like, it was nothing that I had to do besides that. Just going outside, playing basketball.
Okay.
I used to play football a little bit when I was younger. Then as a teenager, I used to play cards in school, classes and stuff like that, play cards. Like, it was nothing in the arts that I really was looking into. Besides, like, sometimes in church, my mother would have me sing on the choir and stuff like that. But
I feel like everybody had them choir experiences. I definitely had a few when I was younger as well. Being in the choir, it's therapeutic though. People go to church mostly for the choir,
right?
Yeah. So we touched on this when you first sat down, as far as your childhood. Well, you growing up in Tompkins projects. How was life in, like, high school?
High school, I was really reckless, just wilding out, like I said, that was my hobby, going to school to be in the hallways, 2A. I went to Mary Bertram High School.
I've heard of
that. My mom
Bertram
wanted me to go there. Oh my gosh, she always just talk about that high school.
Well, I'm glad you didn't go there. We was wilding. Your life would look totally different if you went to Bertram, but we were just bugging out. I would skip classes, like play cards in the hallways, like roll dice, just do those type of things because, just trying to figure out life.
And at what point did you realize you even had like a voice? Because I always am interested in singers. Mm-hmm. When did you realize you had a voice?
So I guess it's a combination of going to church and then like always singing to myself or make funny skits or walk around the school and joke on people, but using it in a singing manner.
Okay.
So that's when I was like, I think I kind of got a voice. And people would be like, yo, Jeff play around a lot, but he could really blow.
Oh.
But I never really took it serious.
So when did you start taking it serious?
That's a good question. Probably... I don't know. I don't know if I ever took it serious.
Well, you had to have taken it serious. You did this whole
play. I mean, that's when I got older. When I was younger, I'm trying to figure out where was the key point of when I took it serious. Even in the play, it's still like a mask. I know I can do it. I'm capable of doing it. But so probably college.
Okay.
I used to perform and host shows in college, and I think that's when I probably took it a little bit more serious.
And where did you go to college?
I went to Sullivan County, upstate New York, and then I went to Old Westbury in Long Island.
Okay. You know what's funny? A lot of people from Old West would transfer to my college. I went to SUNY Purchase.
Oh, okay.
And I would see some people from Old West go there. How was Old West?
Old West was wild too.
I've heard parties.
Parties was insane. I used to probably throw all of the parties.
But it's not a big campus.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It was crazy because for people to get on the campus at Old Westbury, they had to get in the trunks of the car because we couldn't have no outsiders.
Y'all couldn't have no guests?
We couldn't have no guests.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
So
it was
all
a dry
went to
campus
schools.
too.
Okay. I went to UAlbany.
You went to Albany?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody knows UAlbany.
Yeah, like they party too, right?
I know. Yeah, they do. Fountain Day used to be crazy. Are you around those times?
Mm-hmm.
Fountain Day? Yeah.
Yeah, and wait, so how old are you?
I'm 35.
You're 35.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're saying around 18, 19,
20, 21
is when you started doing
when I started saying like, okay, I want to do something with my voice. I want to do something with the arts. So around that time.
Okay.
Yeah.